Sup guys, my name is Justin and I'm joined with Nate.
What's up everybody?
And today we're going to be talking to you about why Commander GREE is mid.
Just mid.
Just mid. This is a first for the Black Series Bangers and Blunders playlist, our little show that we do. This figure is not a banger by any means, but calling it a blunder just felt like taking things too far. So it's mid. Something very interesting about this figure, something newer collectors probably wouldn't know about GREE, is that this bad boy's deluxe.
True. This is the original deluxe Cuz Paint figure.
Yeah, because it was like a group of figures where Hasbro came out and they're like, we're trying something new. These are going to be at an increased price point, but there's going to be something about them that justifies that cost. So there was a First Order Stormtrooper that came with like a bunch of weapons. And then there was a Praetorian Guard, which was Amazon exclusive.
Right.
And I remember we thought each one was going to have a shtick. Like the First Order Stormtrooper, oh, it's deluxe because it has all these weapons. And it's like, comes with a weapon pack. And, oh, the Amazon exclusive Praetorian Guard. Remember, we thought it was going to come with a metal blade.
Right.
It didn't.
It didn't. Just big blade.
Yeah, and just a different helmet.
Right.
And it was $25. And then Commander GREE, I remember that being the other one, which was Toys R Us exclusive. And it was $24.99 back in 2017, was it? So this was that first sort of iteration of a deluxe lineup that didn't come with like a vehicle or a tauntaun or a wampa. This was an individual release, released at a higher price point. And for GREE, it was Cuz Paint.
Yep. So the figure did include both clone blasters, thankfully, and we did also get his binoculars. Very important for GREE.
Very true.
And that is something that we have not really seen ever again for another clone trooper. They've never gotten a specific tool or different kind of weapon.
But Nate, don't forget about the removable antenna.
Ah, yes. Start praying now that your GREE never shelf dives and the antenna doesn't explode off and get eaten by the carpet monster.
Everybody in the comments, sound off. Does your Commander GREE still have the antenna? Because it is removable on the back. And mine still retained the antenna all these years later.
Yeah, my original GREE, I lost the antenna, and then when GREE was re-released, I straight up bought a whole nother GREE just so I could have the antenna again.
Why was it removable?
Why
Why wasn't it just part of the sculpt?
just leave it in there.
I actually super glued mine in.
Yeah, I mean...
Because we brought it up on stream and we had a guest and they checked theirs live and they were like, oh,
it's gone!
I forgot who it was.
Oh, man.
But just to go in more basic things about the figure, it is on that 2013 Clone Trooper body. So the proportions are great. The visual proportions are excellent. Helmet, nice shoulder pads and everything. But of course, the articulation is horrendous.
Yeah, that is the main issue with any clone trooper on the 2013 body. Now, the decent thing about GREE is it takes a little bit of effort, but you can, at bare minimum, sort of fudge him being able to hold the binoculars up to his eyes.
It's kind of just like this.
Yeah, it's
like close to natural, but still not natural.
right. It's better than you'd expect for the 2013 clone body.
Yeah.
But it could definitely be a lot better. And you know that if this was like a 2023 clone trooper, that he'd be able to put him right up to the visor, no problem. But I mean, of course, like on the shelf, you could totally fudge it. Or like what I used to do, just have him holding him down at his waist.
That's what I do too.
So it's just like, you know, he's not looking through them, but he's holding them ready to stand and look over the beaches of Kashyyyk.
Yeah. But the bread and butter of this figure was supposed to be in the paint. This is that Kashyyyk 41st Elite Corps camouflage look. And my 2005, so May of 05, I would have been 9. My little 9-year-old brain rot, I just saw camouflage clone troopers. And I went, dummy.
Yeah.
I love the 41st Elite Corps, so I remember back in the day, maybe I can see if I can find some old footage, because I remember you were pretty pissed. And I was like, camouflage. Because you were expecting a lot more paint. I remember you being upset about the boots.
Yep.
Because the boots are just a solid gray color.
It's funny because I was literally waiting for my little opportunity to chime in about the boots once again. Let's talk about Commander GREE, which was the first single figure to be released at $24.99.
Yeah.
That's the Amazon exclusive Praetorian Guard, which was also $25 at the time of release.
And this is the first time they've ever released like deluxe, like single figures for an increased price.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about it in our top 10 Black Series figures of 2017 video.
While he is a great figure, the $25 price point is just a little ridiculous for what he comes with. He only comes with 2 guns and a pair of binoculars.
And the guns don't have any like extra paint on them.
I
They
think
don't have paint on them at all. They're
Yeah.
just great plastic.
Yeah, I think I'm the defender here
Yeah.
of this figure. While
It's so drastic. From the knees up on this figure, tons of paint, tons of camouflage details, silver details. There's even mud details. Like the figure is dirty, but then you get down to the lower legs and they were just like, whoops, they're gray.
Yeah. But those silver, like the little silver weathering that they do on the armor bits is honestly pretty good. And I do love the camo pattern. I would even call it better than like the Endor Rebel Soldier
Easy.
on the camo pattern.
Yeah, and shout out to the visor too. They did a nice reflective green paint app, and it turned out really, really nice. So I think, paint detail wise, from today's perspective, I probably like GREE more. Just because, paint is kind of gone the way of the dodo.
Yeah, and it was $25, and that's the cost of mainline today, $24.99. But really try to, when you're watching this video, maintain that context of this was 2017. This was back in the dark ages, I would consider. Like, at least, that 2016, 17, those 2 years, they just stick out to me as some of the worst years for the line. Well, 2015... Well, that's why it's called the Dark Ages. It spans multiple years.
Yes.
We were in the red and black box peg warming era when these figures were coming out, and the fact that they're like this one's gonna be 25 because there's some camouflage on it. I remember like a pretty negative reaction to that. But looking back, it is more paint than your standard figure.
Right. Yeah, I would say, in hindsight, I'd be a little bit more softer on GREE. But interestingly, I just noticed, Justin, photoreal weathering on this figure.
Really?
Look at the thighs. We got some dots.
Yep. We have confirmation of dots, ladies and gentlemen.
All the way back in 2017? That feels really early for photoreal.
Oh, yeah, because that's around The Last Jedi time and
No, yeah, I guess you're right.
DJ and Ray.
Okay, yeah.
He's got the suspenders too, bro.
True, I do like the suspenders.
So, I mean, there's also kind of some new tooling on him. We actually love this figure. Just kidding.
I mean, yeah, technically the chest is new tooling because of the suspenders.
And the little, whatever this is.
Yeah, but then they didn't paint the dot on the pouch.
Yeah, so, again, it's saying it's deluxe cuz paint, and then we're not hitting all the details. The worst thing about this figure, though, is that it's on the 2013 body. I mean, if you're going to look at this figure through a lens of, 2024, this sculpt is now 11 years old. And it is just severely outdated. You guys have heard us complain about this sculpt for ages by now. Obtuse angle, double joints. This is your range on a double jointed figure. So from that, standpoint, the articulation is just horrid. So I could never have any of these clones on a Black Series banger. Just on that alone.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's like, why is the antenna removable, guys? Come on. And that pretty much sums up our thoughts on Commander GREE and why we just think he's mid. Not a horrible figure, not a banger by any means, just mid.
He's a Black Series midder.
Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Did you know that GREE was considered deluxe when he first came out? Do you have GREE? What do you think of him? What did you think of the original lineup of deluxe figures? The Amazon Praetorian Guard, the First Order Trooper that came with a bunch of blasters, and then Commander GREE cuz paint. Whatever it is, whatever you're feeling, comment down below. Hit like, subscribe if you're new. We're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series here on the channel. My name is Justin, and I've been joined with Nate.
Take care, everyone.
And we will see you guys in the next video.
Weathering on the back of the figure.
Wait, do you know what you're going to say when I say sup, guys? And I'm joined with Nate.
Yeah. We'll see.
Sup, guys?
Oh, wait, what the fuck? The microphone?
Oh, shit. Redo.